All right, folks. Thanks for checking out the video. I want to talk today about the state of Massachusetts pleading with private homeowners to take in illegal aliens. Okay, so from Breitbart here, article reads, the state of Massachusetts is asking private homeowners to take in illegal aliens as the state runs out of room to house the thousands of border crossers who are still flooding into the Bay State. Massachusetts is the only state that has a statewide, quote, right to housing rule for homeless families. And with that rule in mind, Massachusetts Governor Maura Healey has repeatedly asked legal residents to open up their homes to illegal immigrants for whom officials are having a hard time finding beds. Healey declared a state of emergency over the influx of illegal aliens in August, saying in her declaration, there are currently nearly 5,600 families or more than 20,000 individuals in state shelter, including children and pregnant women. One solution Healey and her allies have suggested is housing migrants in private homes. Days after Healey's declaration, Lieutenant Governor Kim Driscoll told the state, most importantly, if you have an extra room or suite in your home, please consider hosting a family. Housing and shelter is our most pressing need, and become a sponsor family. The state is currently housing more than 1,400 families in 40 hotels in 28 cities around the state at taxpayer expense and free for the illegal aliens. According to FAIR, the average stay for these families is 14 months of free room and board. Must be nice. Now it looks as though the state is reaching out to non-governmental groups to step up the pressure on homeowners to take in migrants. A group called Immigrant Support Alliance is holding seminars to help inform residents about bringing illegal immigrants into their homes to act as a host home. The next event is set to be held on Martin Luther King Jr. Day, no less. These steps have sent many wondering if the state intends to make more serious attempts to place illegals in people's homes. One reason for that suspicion is that Massachusetts is the only state with a right to housing law for families, though it does not cover single homeless individuals. By law, the state is forced to pay for shelter and housing for homeless families, but the state's housing system is already overwhelmed. So I thought this was interesting here. Some of my video viewing audience has actually put this out there that how long is it going to be before some of these states start trying to put these so-called migrants into people's homes? Okay, and you're starting to see it, and apparently now it's voluntary, but how long is that going to be the case? All right, how long is that going to be the case? Now, they shouldn't have a problem, right? Because if we look at the state of Massachusetts here, in every election since 2004, the Democrat has received over 60% of the vote. And in 2020, Joe Biden got over 65% of the vote here. So presumably all of these people, or at least 65% of the people in Massachusetts, the overwhelming majority, are on board with this. So now there's a lot of rich, woke, white folks in Massachusetts. So why aren't they taking these people in? What's the problem? You have an extra home? You have an extra room? You wanted these people to come in, but no. All these people expect somebody else to do it. Send these people somewhere else, right? Of course, we remember when some of these illegals were sent to Martha's Vineyard, right? One of the wealthiest, most affluent left enclaves in the country, right? And they freaked out, and this was just a few dozen people, right? They didn't want to take care of them. Nobody said, "Oh, well, you know what? Bring some of these people into my palatial estate here." Nobody wanted to do it. Nobody wanted to do it. Okay, and I don't think anybody in Massachusetts is going to actually want to do this. Okay, which is sad because this is what they're voting for. But again, they just want to pass the buck to somebody else. And it's interesting here. I've been covering a lot of this so-called migrant crisis, and none of these blue state governors, mayors, so-called leaders are actually asking for these people to be sent back to where they came from, which would really alleviate the entire issue altogether, right? Now, what is this all about? Why Why is this happening? Now, I think the Democrats, Joe Biden, etc., they see the writing on the wall. They see that Donald Trump is very likely to win in November. Okay, so they know that the polling on this issue is bad. They know the polling for Joe Biden is bad. So why not go out with a bang, so to speak, and get all of these people, as many people into the country as possible? Because once they're here, it's a whole heck of a lot harder to get them out of the country once they're already here, right? It's a lot easier to stop people from coming in than it is to physically remove them once they're here. So I think that's what this is all about, is that they're trying to create chaos, and they're trying to get these people here where a lot of them, especially in states like Massachusetts and California and Illinois and Maryland and on, are very unlikely to ever leave the country, even if Donald Trump does win the presidency in 2024. So I think that's what this is all about. But I just thought this was interesting here. I mean, it just shows the hypocrisy of all these people. I mean, Massachusetts, they're the home of Harvard. They're the one of the furthest left states in the country, and you know what? Nobody wants to put their money where their mouth is. Okay, let's stay tuned and let's see how many takers the government of Massachusetts gets for this proposal. So, anyways, that's what I think. Let me know what you all think, and as always, we'll see you on the next one.